Hey everybody, gonna start the show a little different today. This is very important news I have. When I was doing research for the show, I came across this. If you have a BT SA-17, stop using it. It's been recalled. On January 27th, it has been recalled from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. So that's like the CSA here in Canada. What happens when you try to put, I'm sure you've seen videos already, when you try and put the CO2 cartridge in, if you don't slam it closed, I put that on my video already, if you don't slam it closed, you can't put it in, there's too much pressure. So what happens is the CO2 cartridge can now come out or fly out and hit you in the face, or where it could just fly out. So they are recalling it. There's about 1,400 units involved in this. They were made from May 2010 to August 2010. So if you have one of these, please stop using it. There's been no injuries recorded to date, but you never know what might happen to you. Just something to be aware of. If you do have one of these, you can call Key Action Sports at 1-800. I'm going to put you see, it's on right now. There it is. It's there. 1-800-220-3222. Call that number. They'll give you a free parts kit for it. I have it's actually a retainer clip they're putting into where the CO2 cartridge goes into. Or if you want to look it up by yourself, look at paintballsolutions.com. That is Key's customer service website. So very important, guys, stop using it. You might not be hurt now, but I mean, if they're recalling this thing, it's better off you stop using it and get the updates and everything for it, or the whatever it's called, the clip thing that they're. So, anyways, that's it. I'm Night Shadow. On with the show.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game!
Alright guys, next gun I have to review is the SW-1 by Valken, provided to me by Underground Paintball Products here in Woodstock, Ontario, about an hour away from here. Alright, so first thing I notice, it is your typical blowback marker. You can't really change these that much. I know the Kingmans, they do have that eco valve in it that does give much better efficiency. This does not have that. It doesn't say anything on the box. I haven't seen anything on the inside that looks any different. Features: rails top and bottom, front grip. It's just semi-auto, mechanical, no electronics on it. None available from Valken that I know of. But I do have something to show you later. The rear sight looks like a A5 from Tippmann. I do like the front sight. It's got the circle here with the, I don't know what that is coming up. I don't know the proper name for it, sorry. I love this. I like the sights on this thing. I don't use sights myself, as you probably know, but I do like the sights on this one. The feed neck. I do like this feed neck. It's got a little valve on the, or not a valve, a little lever on the bottom here. It's got another rail on the right here, and on the rail it's got two little indentations. So what that does, put it all the way to the end, put the lever up, it locks it in place right exactly where the breech light way it should be. Put the lever down, move it down a little bit, put the lever back up, and it locks it down behind the breech. I don't know why they've done this. The only thing I can think of is some people leave their hoppers on there, leave their tanks on there. It doesn't have, it just has a regular ASA, no on and off ASA. So if you're using CO2, I do recommend you get, if you're going to leave the tank on, get one of those on-off valves that are on the tank. I have one here, and I'll pull it out if I can find it. I'll just do a quick thing on that later. But some people leave their hoppers on with paint in them. You leave it up here, you're going to get paint to the breech. Put it back here. It's like a paint stop, so no paint's going to go anywhere. It's going to stay in your hopper. That's the only thing I can think that why they've done that. Pretty cool. So a lot of you might be thinking, as I'm waving this thing all around and stuff like that, this is looking like a gun that has been out for a while. And you'd be right. It looks like one of these. A BT-4 Combat by BT, of course. Besides the odd milling here and there, the odd different milling, I mean, it's essentially the same, exact same guns. The only difference I can see, oh, by the way, I forgot to say, it is a clamping feed neck on here, which is way cool. So the only difference I see on these are the feed necks, the way the feed neck goes on. I mean, of course, with your BT, you got the standard rail system that's on all the, or most of the BTs. I think it's on all of them now. So we'll put that back on there. Different sights, front and back. I mean, the sight on here is on the feed neck itself. Different sight on the back. Everything else, I mean, everything is exactly the same. There's no difference. Where the velocity is adjusted, the front grip, a little bit different to the front grip. This one is round on the BT-4. This one has some grooves cut out for your fingers. Kind of nice. You know what? I was going to say kind of nice, but I kind of wrapped my hand around it, and the grooves really do nothing for me. So I should probably look before I go and say something. I do like the BT grip better. It's a little bit more rounder. It's a little bit more comfortable. So that's it, guys. And because this looks so much like a BT, I thought I would go grab one of these. A BT electronic grip frame. Try and get out of the light there for you. BT electronic grip frame. So I do have one. I thought I would try it out before I started the video and see if it would fit. It does fit. The only problem is these on the plastic here, the holes don't line up exactly. So if you put the back one on, you can slide it up. The front doesn't exactly line up. You'll have to take a round file, and file it out a little bit. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to do this one. It's brand new. I got to give it back to SOF Paintball. Thanks, guys, for letting me use it. As always, you guys come through with me too, for me too. Other than that, exactly where the sear is in the exact same spot. I'm pretty sure it'll work. Don't quote me on it because I haven't tried it. Like I said, I'm not going to ruin a brand new grip frame just for this here. If it was mine, I would have did it. But it's not mine, so you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to weigh these guns and see how much alike they are. Get my scale right here. Okay, so I am going to weigh this. There's no batteries in them because they are mechanical. Switch this over to pounds. Okay, so we're going to weigh the SW-1 first. I'm going to put that on, and it is sitting at 2 pounds 15 ounces, or 15.10 ounces. So let's say 215.10. Now the BT-4, 215. They are pretty much, as you see, they're pretty much the exact same weight too. So essentially the same. You do get more on this. I know you on the new BT markers you do get a clamping feed neck. On this one it's the old Allen key one. This one here you get a clamping feed neck, like I said. This one, the Valken SW-1 is $20 cheaper retail. I think it is what is it? 120 for this retail here in Canada, and the BT-4 is $139. I know it's going to be different everywhere you go. I'm just quoting you the prices I know, so don't write me and say I can find that cheaper somewhere else. I know you can, and it's going to be more expensive somewhere else. But anyways, so that's it. Would I buy it? Would I recommend it? Obviously I wouldn't buy it because I have much better ones than this. For a starter gun, yes, I do recommend it. The BT4 Combats are used in rentals all over the place. Like I said, this thing is essentially the same. You can go through a rainstorm with this thing. You can go through a snowstorm. It's not snowing out there right now, but it's pretty darn cold. And it won't fail on you. So yes, yes, I do recommend it for a beginner gun. For the price range, 120 bucks, you can't beat it. You don't need electronic hopper. With these, as fast as you can pull the trigger is as fast as you shoot. You can use CO2 on it, you can use compressed air. Something like this, why would you want to use compressed air? I mean, the bottle will run you more than the gun would. CO2, shake and bake hopper, or gravity fed for the new guys out there. No motors in it or anything like that. This gun will be perfect for you. The Valken SW-1. And yes, I am giving this away. You must subscribe and you must comment. I got a few comments on my last giveaway about people who just subscribe and they don't take part in the channel at all. And you know what? I agree with them. I thought of that earlier. So you must subscribe and you must comment. Obviously, if you comment, you've already subscribed. And I will put this in the show notes at the end of when the contest is closed. So just read the show notes or the credits, and it will tell you when the contest is closed. And I will be contacting you by private message, email, something like that. I'm not going to make a video on it unless I can find something else to make a video on before I give this thing away. You know what? I probably do. A lot of you guys have asked for a MR4 for me to put electronic grip trigger on an MR4. I have electronic grip trigger. I can't even talk today. Electronic grip frame. I will be putting that on the MR4. I'll show you guys how to do it. But that's it for now. That will be the next video, guys. So subscribe, comment, and this SW-1 could be yours. If you do win it, you do have to get back to me. I've had a winner in the past that has not got back to me. The gun is still sitting here, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm not going to keep it. I will give it away. I just don't know how I'm going to give it away yet. I might just have a big thing in the summertime, which that's what I'm thinking of doing. Alright, so if I contact you, you must contact me. If you do not contact me, you have 1 week, which I think is plenty of time. If you don't contact me, it's going back. It's not going back to the store, it's going back to the pile. And one day I'm going to bring out all this stuff and I'm just going to have one big huge giveaway. Alright guys, so that's it. I am Night Shadow. Thanks for watching. Till next time. They are pretty much as you see. Hey! Just editing the video you're watching right now. Alright, so the contest for the Valken SW-1 is going to be closing March 15th. So subscribe and comment and it may be yours. I'm Night Shadow. Thanks for watching.